Hey, this is former WWE superstar and ECW original, the Blue Meanie. And you're looking at and you're listening to, and you're watching the Shooting Shit podcast. Woo!
Nick fucking Gage. I represent the Murder That Kill Gang. You're watching Shooting the Shit. And if you're not watching Shooting the Shit, I'm probably in your house robbing you. So watch that shit or I'll rob your motherfucking house. MDK all fucking day.
The following podcast is brought to you by the Johners Podcasting Network, found exclusively at WrestlingWithJohners.com.
That's the record button. Remember that one time we did like 30 minutes without a freaking start?
There's like 26, but at least we're off to a good. So far, we're off to a good start. We're off to a good start.
We are off to, but guys, you know what? I feel like we forgot to do something last week. Like I've just been thinking about this for the last week and a half. I feel like we forgot to do something.
I didn't forget shit. You guys forget something?
What? I didn't forget a goddamn thing. Would you, Joe? You got anything?
I have nothing. What did we forget?
Nothing. Juwan?
Did we? I
What the fuck did we
remember. I don't remember doing a show last week. Now that you think about it, I mean, last week it was a blur and stuff, but I don't remember doing a show last week.
That's what happens when you do date rape
Well,
drugs.
you were on vacation, man. So when you're on vacation, I didn't think we were allowed to work. Are we allowed to work when DDJ's on vacation?
No, last time we did a show without him, I think we got thoroughly admonished because it was not the type of show that we would put out normally.
Wow. Oh, y'all trying to make me out to be the? I ain't like that.
I'm pretty sure he was like, "That's the last time I'm leaving you guys alone with Isaac."
That's
because we got into a little butt stuff.
You did say that. You did say that was the last time you wasn't going to be on the show. And then you ghosted us for a week.
I didn't ghost you guys for a week. I'm the one that'd be like, "Hey, do you guys up for doing a show, or do you want to take the week off?" And you're all like, "Let's take the week off."
Well, we had to let you enjoy your time at the Dynamite that you were buying tickets to.
Dude. You went to 2 Dynamites, one on Wednesday, one on Sunday. You went to Collision. You went to a rap show.
Starcast. I mean,
Did you get scissored? Did you get scissored at the rap show?
Actually, I did.
You did, you dirty bastard. You did get scissored. You dirty
I did.
freak.
I did get scissored by Max Caster.
I'm trying to get scissored by anybody right
Wow.
now. Damn it.
God damn.
And I got to scissor his new 6-man tag team or his new trios championship belt that he had with him too.
You scissored the belt?
Yep.
That's not weird. That's the
Scissoring
weirdest
Billy
thing.
Gunn's sloppy seconds. DDJ. Mighty F.
I mean,
you got a penicillin show afterwards. You just cut me off and start recording. Was that you?
yeah, man. I thought it was a good place to go. I mean, shit. You hope that he had penicillin. How else do you start a show? It's a great way to start for me.
That scab up or anything, DDJ? No. All right.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it once we're done recording.
Oh,
Well, I don't want to see pictures of it, but I guess we can talk about it.
Oh no, I'm not going to show you any pictures of that. I wouldn't want to gross you out like that.
I was just kidding. Did you really take pictures of it?
No,
Oh, you know he did. He took pictures of him Frenching that damn split in that title.
Dude. It's always the dude with all the shit in the basement. That's the weirdest motherfucker you ever. You know what I mean? He's probably got bodies back there.
It puts the lotion on his skin.
I'd fuck me.
Colt Cabana's in a box back there with holes drilled into it for air. He's just all like,
We gotta let him breathe every once in a while.
He's got Matt
Dennis,
Taven
let me out. I'll
behind,
give you a singlet.
He's got Matt Taven behind a glass case, still mint
yeah.
condition.
You did? Did you? You got to meet Taven, right?
I got to meet the whole kingdom over the weekend.
That's awesome, man. So they lifted the restraining order. That's so cool.
They did. They did. They saw me and they'd be like, oh, then they took pity on me, man. It was great.
That's awesome, man.
They must have heard the story about how I single-handedly won Family Feud for my team at StarCast Friday night.
Dude,
Oh, there it
Single-handedly did.
they don't. But you're putting their kids through college with how many fucking things you spend money on with them. Trust me, they'll be fine.
Is it like the hot dog vendor in the
Wait, hold on.
Like
just for clarity, not Matt Taven's kids, because there's no fucking way his kids are going to college. I mean, he can barely fucking wrestle. Oh, nice shirt, dude.
Up. Thanks, man. You like it? I like it too.
I like it, bro. I kind of mine are the sleeves disappeared. They shrunk in the dryer.
You know,
they have a tendency to do that.
Yours also, like, it looks like the logo's a little further down on the neck. Like when I said,
well, that's because
you're a big
the
dude,
chest
they
is a little
slap
bit,
it on the fucking throat.
The chest is a little higher up than it was when I first got it. So,
well, you know, it's just, I'm just saying, it feels like I got the shooting shit choker edition because I'm a big dude. That's how they fucking do us with shirts.
So Sean, I got
nice. We should throw that in the store. We need to get some. I'd like to get Gabby a shooting shit choker.
A shooting shit choker, man. If we ever got that, I wonder where we could put that.
Well, she got. Well, it would go along with her shirt that I finally got for her.
I'm so happy that she got a shooting shit shirt from Dennis, and we got an extra shirt for the sale.
Yeah, we did.
2 for 1 there.
Right there, baby.
Yep.
2 birds. It's also the name of Joey K's sex tape. 2 birds, 1 stone.
I thought it was 2 girls, 1 cup.
Part 2 of the candle
You don't
within.
know about that life, dude. You don't want that fucking life, bro. You don't know.
No, you don't.
Don't even fucking joke about it.
2 girls, 1 candle. Oh, damn it.
The other side of that wall ain't nothing but candles, baby.
Bacon scented
Nothing
candles.
but candles on the other side of that wall.
The other side of that wall.
He's got Bed Bath and Beyond. He's got Woodwind. He's got Better Homes and Garden. He's got handmade ones that they just like. They felt so good about it, they had to make them from scratch and give to him. Just like here.
You got some Yankee candles.
I'm not a sellout.
He's like Charlie and the Chocolate. He's like Willy Wonka, man. You know.
Who
He
could
finds
take
the
a
magic thing.
candle?
He's come into my chocolate factory. It's all for you.
Dude, I'll just say this. Everybody leaves with a smile and they all ride the magic elevator, so we're good.
Space Mountain
3rd
over
floor lingerie.
Oh man.
Hold the stride, longest line, baby.
Fuck, is this show over yet already? I'm fucking.
we
we just started, man.
We got to get on the tracks to even be able to get off of the tracks.
I missed you
Huh?
too, man.
We haven't talked in forever, and Joey's trying to rush off.
No, I'm just saying, man. It's late. Shit. Jamal, how are you used to the East Coast time now?
You know what, dude? I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm still trying to fucking adjust to it. It's been about a good 2 weeks, and it's still fucking with
Dude,
me.
don't let him fucking lie to your ass. He was sitting on my couch last week. We were watching the Kurt Angle documentary. We're 20 minutes into the Angle
nap.
We're 20 minutes into the Kurt Angle documentary, and all I hear is I look over, he's out. He's just out.
Dude,
I'm watching the show. I'm just gonna be quiet. I'm gonna let him rest because he drove 4 hours. And then behind me, I just hear somebody laughing, and it's him. I'm like, "What the fuck what are you doing? You crazy
dude!"
Motherfucker.
That's what I do. I fucking micro nap, right? So and I've learned this is a work from home trick to all my people who like to work at home in between meetings and shit. Fuck yeah, dude! Get your 5 minutes of fucking. And then when you're back up, you're ready for the next one to fucking roll.
Dude, you're just like Grandpa Simpson, man.
Learn the tricks.
Oh, yeah,
you fucking
dude. He'll just fall out, bro.
Look, I'm not gonna.
And then we got, in between that and starting to watch the
got my
pay-per-view
blanket
last
on
week.
this damn couch, my fucking pillow. Like as soon as I'm working,
it was
buddy,
really
I'm
weird
working.
Because I thought we were watching a pay-per-view, but then Dynamite was on. And then Dennis was like sending us pictures from ringside at Dynamite. And I'm like, why is Dennis at Dynamite? I thought he was going to the pay-per-view.
Shirt.
Yeah, and then I just like that. Still, like of all the shit that I want to give you shit about, that's the one thing. Like you were sitting right there, hard camera behind the announce table the entire fucking night, and you didn't think maybe I'll wear a shooting shit shirt and promote our podcast. That guy right there, Jesus Christ!
That fucking potato head.
He's still not wearing the shirt.
Man, I told you, man. It was in the dirty clothes pile.
Man, and your wife wasn't home to do laundry? Is that what you're...
Exactly.
You lazy motherfucker.
No, and you know what?
You do not make her do your laundry.
No.
So, you gotta know, but seriously, he's got a point, man. You know how many mountains of fucking t-shirts she'd have to climb through to find the shooting shit shirt?
It's a black one.
Shirt, the elite
that narrows it down.
It's a black one. It's in the pile.
That's not even counting the ones that Matthew wraps around his neck and runs around like he's wearing a cape and plays in because they're so fucking big on him. Daddy, look, I'm British Bulldog.
You know what? I'm gonna give a shout out to Matthew. He's I got a video sent to him a couple hours before we started recording for my mother-in-law because he usually stays at my mother-in-law's on the weekends and stuff. The kid has basically mastered the art of tying his shoes.
Nice.
That's awesome. Because his dad still wears slip-ons with no laces.
Damn right I do.
The son has surpassed the father.
Oh, he surpassed me a long time ago. What the hell are you talking about?
That's all right, man. My oldest son's way better than I'll ever be too, dude.
They're not supposed to be able to take you out yet, man. They're too young.
All right, man. All right, let's get this. We got any topics to talk about, stupid or otherwise? Let's get going.
We kind of already.
Joey's got shit to do. He looks like he's ready to fucking bow out right now. I don't want to lose him. We got to keep him interested. Kind of like his old ladies.
I mean, I'm being honest, man.
I don't feel like Joey's women leave. I don't feel like Joey's women leave him. I think he just sends them away.
I'm not Joey looks fucking like a sheik out on a fucking yacht somewhere, Doc, dude. Like
Joey looks at him and he's like, you know what? That's enough.
Come back with a better candle, bitch.
Yeah, next time.
No, but we're gonna end up talking shitty wrestling. I'm not looking forward to that part.
No, I don't think, dude. I honestly I thought Payback was a pretty solid pay-per-view. I enjoyed that. Did you watch that?
Payback was good.
Payback was better than anything AEW has done.
It was better than the week of AEW. Dude, I'm not gonna lie.
I haven't. I have to be honest. I can't really comment on All In because I haven't watched it yet. I did access. I do have access to it now. But All Out, I obviously watched, and the
whole
really
time he said it was a Dynamite.
Yeah, it was a fucking glorified Dynamite, dude.
He didn't like anything of the show. For some reason,
the matches were good. Kenny Omega Takeshita was a great match. There was good matches. The wrestling was good. It just wasn't a fucking $50 pay-per-view. I just don't like. People paid god awful amounts of money to be at that motherfucker, and it wasn't that great.
He hated the fact that Orange Cassidy main evented. It was up.
That don't make any sense to me.
This guy gets it though.
Damn right, that guy gets it.
That guy's like a voodoo shaman right there. He makes that championship titles just fucking disappear.
Here we go. All right, Sean. let's just get it out there because you've been
No. I just like I don't know who that dude was, man. I don't know who that guy was, but he's just not very lucky. Heavyweight championship titles just seem to disappear when he's on the front row. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I know. You know that. You know what though? I'm sure that guy. You know what? I don't know. I'm sure he's probably could give two shits about what you have to say about that.
I'm sure he's hung like a horse.
Probably wants to he's probably the same guy that wants to be announcer for my imaginary indie federation, but that shit ain't happening either.
Coming off the ropes real quick.
And you'd be lucky to have a guy like him on your announce team.
Really? Yeah. I mean, JR after the stroke?
Fucking JR mid stroke, really.
That guy right there. Come on.
Fucking Mongoloid wore a fucking bright orange fucking traffic cone colored shirt instead of wearing our
Matching
fucking
hat
shirt
and
when he was
sunglasses.
dead ass on camera.
All night.
You fucking potato. I swear to God.
Why the fuck are you so tall? And you couldn't be a tall billboard for
Yeah,
us.
I know. And he was leaning over like the fucking the fence was sagging. He was leaning. He was
You
like
uncomfortably tall bitch.
Yo, hold on a second. Hold on a second. You want to say I'm the reason why that barricade was sagging over? You should have seen the guy that was sitting to my right.
There was a whole bunch of you sitting there. That was like,
how many
what
people
was that group in
WWE?
WWE back? What was that group in WWE back in the Attitude Era that had the guy who wore the South Park T-shirt? And it was
The Oddities.
Yeah.
Wow. I was just out of left field with that.
That's what that group. That's what that. At one point, I don't know if you know. It was like I don't know how far down you can see, but like 6 or 7 people down from you. And honestly, this isn't about you. They were like, Giovanni, you remember the dude like 6 or 7 people down from DDJ? He was like a little like, I don't know, he was like Indonesian or something like that. And he was the whole time he was just like,
He looks so
no
out
emotion,
of place.
never changed. He was just so like, which camera do I look at? Just, yeah, he did not fit in. Did not fit in.
Oh man,
He looked out of place.
But tell us about Starcast, man. I'm curious.
So before I talk about Starcast, I'm going to give y'all a little sneak peek into my final thoughts. I'm going to be talking about someone that was sitting front row with me in there and some stuff. So I'm just going to leave it at that. But what was it, Sean? You want Starcast?
Yeah, man. I mean, you were there, so
it was you know,
all cool shit.
It was you know,
pay-per-view. There really wasn't much to talk about during the pay-per-view. So
nope.
I spent more time watching you.
Oh, well, I don't know if that's probably not necessarily a good thing. So
he's not lying. Every time you're on there he is again.
How often was I on, by the way? Because I haven't gone back to watch the show.
A lot for us to be mad that you're not wearing your shirt.
Yeah.
So
all I kept thinking was, man, as big as he is, that shooting shit would have been huge right behind.
How much you want to bet? Though I would have. How much you want to bet somebody would have come over and made me change my shirt though?
I doubt it. It ain't. How the fuck would they even know what it is? Yeah. It ain't a wrestling. It's not a. You could have promoted our entire, but you were too big of a mark for Orange Cassidy and yourself that you had to. I'm going to dress up like Orange Cassidy. Maybe my thought process was this.
It says shit. They would have really done.
Don't say shit. It says SHT. There's no I.
Close enough.
Don't say shit. I don't think they'd say anything.
You could wear that shirt.
But we know what happened. You went to your closet and you went, I'm going to go see REO Speedwagon, so I should wear my REO Speedwagon shirt and my REO Speedwagon hat.
Yeah, don't be that guy.
Yeah, don't wear the CCR shirt to go see CCR, man.
And so you couldn't like that feeling, and you put on your Orange Cassidy shirt.
Oh my god!
And your sunglasses because you wanted to make sure you got. If I dress up like the year before or 2 years ago.
Hold on, did you fucking change? Time out.
Shirt on.
Time out. Dennis, did you change?
Yes.
Motherfucker. He changed before we started recording because this would have been so much better if everybody would have saw that we started this conversation with Dennis on the pre-show. He was wearing an Orange Cassidy shirt and glasses.
He knew it was coming.
He knew. Ain't that about a bitch?
Okay, so
Right,
anyways.
No, hold on. I got one more thing.
Real quick.
Wherever when I put in the chat about these were our topics we're going to talk about tonight, and I put in there about Orange Cassidy's biggest fan costing him the title. I'm literally reading your comment, and my phone rings, and it's Numbnuts, and he's like, "You're a motherfucker."
I did. I called him as soon as he said that.
I was laughing so fucking hard, man. As soon as I fucking hit send, you commented on it, my phone rang, and it was him, and I answered it, and I was just like, "What's up?" He was like,
and I'm like, "You motherfucker,
I hate you."
And he was rolling.
Another good one. That guy.
That guy right there. That guy's pretty cool.
So, let's get off of that a little bit. Dennis, do you want to share any cool parts from your experiences?
Well, no, the Starcast was birth control. Well, I'm going to quote a song from Mario Speedwagon. Time for me to fly.
Stop.
Oh, no. But no, in all seriousness, the Starcast was a lot of fun. You know, ran into a lot of friends, you know, made some new friends as always. And then just the experience of, you know, having some interactions with wrestlers, getting some, you know, shout outs for the podcast and seeing some pretty cool things. And then also being picked to go on stage to do a Family Feud style game show against a bunch of AEW wrestlers and winning was like one of the greatest experiences of my life. And that's so, I mean, just from everything.
You're on being the elite this week too, weren't you?
Yep, I was on there for a little bit and stuff, so it was pretty cool.
You're like the Shawn Michaels of this podcast, man.
We're holding you back, man.
Javon's Marty Jannetty. He's paying the bills and fucking paralyzing people, and you're getting notoriety.
It's all the coke, bro. It's all the coke you're doing.
It's all the coke, man.
Thanks.
Now you guys, you know, nobody, ain't none of you guys are all holding me back and stuff. So
allegedly, with the coke comments.
And by the way, at Starcast, Marty Jannetty actually was not that bad.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, he's clinging on to his last days.
Did you meet
out.
Marty Jannetty?
Yeah.
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 How was it?
He was pretty cool. He was, you know, he was pretty cool. You know, he's very talkative and interactive and stuff, but he wasn't as often.
Any crimes to you?
No, because I wasn't even gonna go there.
He didn't kill nobody in Chicago while he was there.
So I just want to know, like, so you actually paid real, like, American currency to meet Marty Jannetty?
Yeah.
You know what's even worse? Joseph? He paid real American currency to meet Jeff Jarrett and his ratchet ass wife.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Real.
I have no words for that.
Yeah.
I have no words for that. I mean, if you give me a meet with somebody who's like actually, like, you know,
like, I literally all I want.
I'll leave it at a decent human being.
Yeah. All I want in life is for Jeff Jarrett to like climb inside that guitar case and slowly go away. But because of numbnuts like this guy up here constantly buying his shit and spending money to meet and greets and shit, he is still walking around. So I blame you.
Yeah,
I blame you.
So it's my fault that Orange Cassidy.
So
it's my fault that Orange Cassidy lost the international championship, and now it's also my fault about Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah.
Jeff.
It's your fault that we had to have a fucking shitbag main event in the first place.
Yeah, because Orange Cassidy is not pay-per-view main event material.
Ooh, shots.
He's just not. Just not. And here's the thing. This is what. See, man, I'm kind of giving up my final thought here because I was really going to lay in some body shots during my final thought, but I'm going to go ahead and throw it out at you right now.
Oh shit.
We went to the CSW show and Alex Rico was the heavyweight champion, and you were sitting in the front row. And Axel Rico lost his title. Then you go to Dynamite on Sunday night.
Sean's bringing
and you're
receipts,
wearing
bud.
Orange Cassidy's gear, his shirt, his hat, his sunglasses, and you're doing the thumb thing, and the guys had 39 title defenses, and you show up on a Sunday Night Dynamite, and he gets his ass beat like he stole something. So you tell me.
Are you like becoming more? Are you like going to become the resident conspiracy theorist of this
I
group?
mean, the man has a point.
He has a point.
Dude, I'm not wearing. I don't have. There's no aluminum foil on my head, dude. I'm just pointing out facts.
Wow.
You can only tell him how he sees them.
You could have worn a Moxley shirt because we all know you
Moxley
have one
too.
4 or 5.
Yeah,
he's a big Moxley fan
too. Or better yet, you could have just stuck to I don't think I'm going to go and come hung out with us. And then you wouldn't have been ringside, and then I wouldn't have nobody to blame.
Yeah.
Oh, you find a way to blame me still. I know you.
And we all could have had a good time hanging out.
You would have blamed me for not being. You would have blamed the fact that I wasn't there as the reason why he lost the championship.
Oh, come on
We're
now.
still
Don't
talking
be
about
petty.
this.
I wouldn't have.
You would have found a way
to move on.
Sorry, Joseph.
Hey, let's do the question, man. Let's do the question.
You know
Pull
what?
it up.
Let's do the question. You know,
Pull it up there.
whatever we do the question. I love how you're fucking demanding tonight. But
I'm sorry,
let's get
man.
into the question.
Can we do the question, Jovan?
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time. Shootin' Shit proudly presents the Stirrin' Shit Facebook Question of the Week.
Man, that's been a while.
Voice, dude.
Yeah, dude.
I haven't.
I missed that voice.
Went there. I've never actually went there, but that dude's voice, I probably could. I don't know if I had him right enough kind of narcotic and alcohol and shit.
He does.
I'd cuddle the fuck out of that hairy little bastard. I would.
Funny thing is I know
Not even
probably be a 3-way in the Wolf household if that happens. Here we go.
No.
Question of the week. This was posted in our wonderful Facebook group. Question was, which contract are you picking and why? I'll leave that up there so you ladies can get a good look at it for a minute. Different links for different years. I'm going to read it out for the audio people. You have a WWE contract that's 5 years, $100K salary. You're in developmental, meaning you're getting mentored by HBK. Your bonuses are you're going to get a 5 times wage increase if you get called up to the main roster. Or you have an AEW contract. It's 3 years, $150K. You're a mid-carder, meaning QT Marshall is going to be your mentor. Your bonuses, you can work for an indie promotion. So that's pretty much the standard AEW contract. Then we get to have a little fun with it, right? You've got New Japan, 8 years, $100K. You're a main eventer. You're being mentored by Katsuyori Shibata. And you are the new leader of the fucking Bullet Club with this contract. ROH, 3 years, $80K. Is that 80 or 60? $60K, excuse me. You're a main eventer. Christopher Daniels is your mentor. You're guaranteed an ROH championship run with that contract. So less money, but you're guaranteed a title. Impact, 2 years, $60K. You're in the X division. Tommy Dreamer's your mentor. You have creative freedom. Which contract are you taking, gentlemen?
Oh man, there are two that I'm like, since this question originally got posed, there were two that immediately jumped out to me, and like I've been going back and forth on those. But for me, I'm gonna stick with my original thought when I first saw it, the first one that I kind of gravitated towards. I'm signing the New Japan one.
Ooh, okay.
Just because it's a longer term, it's a longer contract, so that's more years, you know. I mean, plus with the WWE one, there's no guarantee that I'm going to get called up to the main roster. Whereas, like, if I go to New Japan, not only am I going to, you know, have a longer run, I get mentored by one of the best pure wrestlers in the world in Shibata, someone who's like universally loved everywhere he goes. I mean, just listen to the receptions he gets when he's on any of the AEW shows. And I mean, you get to be the leader of the Bullet Club, who's like, is honestly, when you think about it, when it comes to factions, is probably one of the longest surviving factions that's ever been out there in the world of pro wrestling. I mean, they've outlasted the Horsemen, they've outlasted the NWO, they've outlasted DX, New Day, the Bloodline and stuff. And I mean, granted,
Bloodline.
So what was that?
So we don't know if they said technically Bloodline and the New Day are still together. So you don't know if they've outlasted them yet because they're still together.
But so I'll give you that.
Just saying.
No, I see what you're saying and stuff. But technically, Bullet Club started before New Day. They were about 2 years before New Day.
Well, I understand that, but New Day's still together, so we don't. Yeah, they could keep going.
That's true. But I mean, it's just, I mean, anybody who's led Bullet Club, I mean, you think about what they've gone on to do. I mean, you look at, Prince Devitt, now Finn Balor. You've looked at AJ Styles. You look at Cody Rhodes. Jay White, who's now really starting to find his way in AEW, and look at what it's done for David Finlay since he took over. I mean, to me, I just think that for me that would be who I'd go. I would go with the New Japan deal.
Next,
I'm signing WWE all day, dude. That's the best deal on the fucking table. It's good money. Even if you spend all 5 years in developmental. I mean, you're guaranteed. Plus, you get to trade under HBK. Plus, you probably got the better benefits of anybody, like, as far as like training facility and everything, because we all know what like WWE developmental does now. So, I mean, it's not just HBK. You get the best of the best of pretty much everything, man. So, I wouldn't sign with AEW. I can't sign with Ring of Honor, even though I'd love to, because it's owned by fucking AEW, and they're softer than baby shit, so I wouldn't go there. In Japan, I'm not wasting 8 years in Japan just to come back to the States after 8 years and then try to fucking, nobody knows who the fuck I am. Great. So,
yeah.
I mean, exactly. I don't even talk about the Bullet Club because the Bullet Club hasn't been relevant in years.
Yep.
So who goes?
They're my problem with the whole Bullet Club analogy, which I understand what you're saying. I think the New Japan, like if you're going to become a pure wrestler, like, and you can get over in Japan, then chances are you're making your money there. Because everybody that's made their money in Japan, they've come over to the States and they've had careers. But Finn Balor, all those guys that other than Cody, Finn Balor, AJ, even Slingwood, all them guys, they're not going to have what they had in Japan because in Japan they're revered. It was the same way like with Foley and Terry Funk and those as loved and as respected as those guys were, they weren't as over here as they were in Japan. Japan, dude, like Japan pro wrestlers, they have dinners with like heads of state and they go on to work in parliament and work in government. And like, there it's just a higher level of respect. It's treated more as an actual sport in Japan than it is here. Here it's still viewed as fake, and glitchy, and all that other shit.
Entertainment.
But, if you're going to go, see, and that's my thing, man, is I get Joey K's like, the WWE contract. I mean, obviously to work under HBK, and the flip side of the positives of that is like the facility and the access to all that information. But then the trade-off is you never know when there's going to be budget cuts and you're just outright fucking released. We've seen that happen.
Especially with the merger coming up.
I mean, I would have loved to finish my actual thought before Sean jumped in.
I'm sorry, dude. Go ahead. Well,
since you brought it up,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm only going by what this says. We're not talking about budget cuts and hypotheticals there. We're going by literally, I'm going to be there for 5 years, and then your contract's up. So keeping it at that, like the last point I was going to make was, like Impact's not worth a shit because like
nobody watches them.
Yeah. And
you can kind of say the same thing about Ring of Honor. I mean, unless you have Honor Club.
Yeah, well, it's not really Ring of Honor anymore either. So that's what I'm saying. And AEW,
I don't know.
can't do fucking AEW. Their mid card's fucking garbage. Like, honestly, after everything, man, I'm not even really giving two shits about AEW. After watching All Out, I was like, fucking take it or leave it. I could care less. So I watched like 20 minutes of wrestling this week because that's about all I could stand. I have no patience for AEW right now with the bullshit they're putting out, and WWE is like hit or miss. But as far as this contract goes, to me, that's just fucking security. If you want to go to Japan, you're going to Japan for your own selfish reasons because you want to be fucking loved. I don't give a fuck about being loved. I give a fuck about feeding my family. So I'm going to take that guaranteed money. You can fucking hate me. I don't care. I'm good on it. Go ahead, Sean.
It's going to be the next
what I
big
was
heel.
going to say is if it's $100,000 a year for 8 years and that's not taking in merch sales and everything else, your chances are after a 5-year contract in WWE, if you're released outright after 5 years, you made $500,000. So, as far as the guaranteed money goes, I'd go to Japan and take my fucking $800,000 and whatever merch money I can make and have a nice little career and retire. But if I'm going on what contract would I sign, I completely disagree with everything you guys said about Impact. I think it's the best product that's out there right now. Fuck everybody who ain't watching it because they don't fucking know. 2
Let's
years
be real,
with
though.
that kind of money.
Let's be real, though. None of us are in the X division.
What?
So that contract's not bro.
Well, no, that's well, I mean, if we're going by what you said, like the contract is the contract, then I am in the X division. I'll take that. If Tommy Dreamer's my mentor and the guy, they're fucking the product they're putting out right now is consistently better than every other fucking company that we're talking about.
Yeah.
The people that are going there are getting a fucking education in pro wrestling. Jordan Grace, all of them, the women's division, the men's division, the tag teams, all of them. They're either moving or coming back, whatever the case may be. If you sign with AEW, then you can go to Ring of Honor and Impact and still work at AEW. But then you got fucking cokehead who's going to fire people and bring people in that don't need to be there and forget people exist in his locker room and put on one pay-per-view where he's got every fucking major title in the fucking world on it. And then the very next week, throw a fucking Dynamite out there and charge $50 a fucking pop for pay-per-view. I think the Impact contract of any of those would be one that you're not working as much. You could still work indies because they do. And the opportunity to work under a booker like Tommy Dreamer, I'd take that over QT Marshall. Damn, fucking sure. And I mean, as much as I love HBK and I think it'd be cool to be one of HBK's kids, I think he's one of those guys that, unless he sees something, he ain't putting a lot of effort into it. I mean, let's be real. He's still HBK.
Yeah.
He might not be on drugs, but the guy's still that guy.
Yeah, but I also watched some of what NXT puts out. If you think I'm not going to be the fucking top thing in NXT, Jesus fucking Christ, dude. I fucking saw a spider building a web
yourself there,
outside. There was a spider building a web outside on the fucking patio that could be the fucking top star in NXT.
Jesus.
I watched more of that happening than I watch NXT. So,
but that's the contract you're going to take.
I'll take that deal.
Hey, Sean, I got.
Oh, because
you're just from a pure. You're saying from a pure. Your mentality to take that contract is purely financial, is what you're saying. I'm just asking to clarify what you're.
All right, so you take if you take that WWE contract, you're betting on yourself.
Yeah,
that's what that contract is. Fuck the years and terms and all that stuff, right? As far as like how length and all that. Look at it like this: the bonus to that contract was your salary goes up 5 times if you get a main roster call.
If you get called up.
Right. But what's the point then? You know, DJ, you're talking about going
I get what you're saying.
No. You're talking about going to Japan. You're talking about going to Japan, going to Impact. Why? Because you want to build a name for yourself. But like, why aren't we saying the same thing of going to developmental in WWE? If you're not going in there with the mentality of like, I'm gonna push and I'm gonna make them put me on the main fucking roster. I'm betting on myself that I'm gonna be that over.
Yeah.
Like, then what the fuck are you doing? That's how I
get what you're saying, but
I get it too.
And I understand that, but let me respond and say this. We all know that anybody that's come up from the fucking developmental to the main roster never came up in the same fucking shape they left developmental. They had name changes, fucking gimmick changes, fucking wardrobe changes. Established fucking stars went from NXT to the main roster, and in NXT they were known and everybody knew who the fuck they were. And in WWE, when they got called up to Raw, they were wearing fucking gladiator uniforms and shit, and everything about their fucking gimmick that got them over was now gone. There's been established solid fucking stars that NXT has promoted and brought up, and they're sending it like fucking Baron Corbin, Samoa Joe. Chad Gable is just now getting over on the sheer effort of his work ethic, but think of all the dumb shit and losses he's had to deal with in the process of getting there. Like, I understand what you're saying,
Jordy
but
G.
you can't. In NXT, betting on yourself and getting over is one thing, but moving up to the main roster, yourself might be completely fucking different because they don't care, and we know that they change everything about you.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though.
War Machine became the Viking Raiders.
That's because they can't use the term War Machine because of Marvel.
I understand. No, I get that. But in NXT, they were like a dominant, fierce, crazy, fucking badass tag team.
No,
and
they were the same shitty tag team there on the main roster, dude. In NXT, they were just as fucking garbage as they are now. The only difference is NXT felt like a small little indie promotion, so everybody really, really wanted something. Go back and watch it. They're same floundering shit. They just let him. They just let him do it longer. They just got to do it for 15 minutes instead of the fucking 5 that they have now. That's all. That's the difference. They got more time. They got more air. They got a little bit more push because they're like, oh, we're able to do a little bit more shit. But honestly, they still did the same shit. That's the worst thing. But here's what I don't care about is like this whole thing of like, oh well, look at the gimmick. You say if I'm gonna get that much money, I'll take a shitty gimmick because guess what? I'm on fucking TV every week. I'm fucking working, and when that contract's up, somebody's gonna pay me more fucking money if I'm putting over stupid shit. And you want to look no further than Cody. He had the whole fucking Stardust bullshit gimmick, and when his time was up, he left and he went and re-fucking did himself, made himself the American Nightmare, and then he comes back, and now he's the fucking one of the top stars in the company.
Yeah,
you can also say that about Drew McIntyre from a couple years ago too.
Yeah, I don't like Drew McIntyre though.
Not really, Drew. Yeah, man, I don't.
I'm not a fan.
No, and he did that. No, I agree with you.
It's the same thing. So
what you're saying is, yeah, it's true. He did do that. Yeah.
I'm not trying to stay in Japan for 8 fucking years, dude. I don't like. I couldn't do it. I'm looking at like length of time goes, okay, fair, whatever. I don't care about that because I'm looking at the next deal also. Bet on myself, make as much money as I can, learn as much as I can, and then fucking now there's a bidding war. That's what you do.
I'd rather be a legendary wrestler in Japan than a blue fucking meanie in the United States just to get my fucking. That's just me, man. That's just me. I mean,
cool.
I don't know. That's my 2 cents.
Speaking of the blue meanie, thanks for the meanie for doing a shout out for the podcast that will be featured. That's featured on this week's episode. You'll see in the you would have seen if you watched the opening credits.
He watches the episode this week, DDJ. He'll be so glad you called it. You shouted him out.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be
Anyways, gentlemen, a lot of good answers, Sean. Impact, which is doing some of the best wrestling out there right now. Great call out.
They're getting ready to do their 1000th episode.
They are. DDJ taking the Bullet Club in Japan contract. Joey K betting on himself that the premiere will be something too hot to handle and they can't keep him in development too long. It's a good mindset.
All right, Jovan, what say you?
Mine comes down to something very, very easy, right? I know you guys said that you can't go with AEW, and I get that. AEW is not seen in the best light from a lot of people. I can't do the New Japan contract, man. I would love to, but for me, baby mama's over there in Bullet Club, and we cannot be within so many feet of each other, so that wouldn't work out. Impact would be great, but the X Division and free creativity is not enough for me. I'm gonna be like AEW's new T-shirt says, man. I'm a meat guy. Want to be slapping meat with other big meaty guys, not the X Division.
Still not working, man.
That's another reason why I ain't signing that AEW contract. Them stupid fucking T-shirts they come up with.
Meat. People love the meat chant.
Dude, they were going crazy for it at the show on Sunday.
So it's between two for me, right?
Well, those Dynamites get rowdy.
Those Dynamites get rowdy. I'm down to the WWE contract with the potential being called up, or the ROH contract with the guaranteed ROH championship run. Granted, it's not the same ROH as it used to be. That title, it's hashtag not my ROH. That title doesn't have the same prestige as it used to. And that's the sole reason that I have to sign the WWE contract, man. I'm going with Joey K. I'm not betting on myself as strong as he is, but I'm at least hoping that, I can be one of these guys from NXT that within 5 years I hone the craft, get the gimmick, and then, that next contract, either with the E or somewhere else, can really do it for me. Like your Tay Contis, Deonna Purrazzo, people who just really left NXT and became better. That's probably my route. I don't see me being able to pull a gimmick out like the premiere. That would be like must see.
Oh, I don't know. You look like you could be like an Uso or something.
Yeah, come on, man. Let's be real. Your pullout game isn't that strong.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Zing!
3 seconds too long, buddy. All it takes is 3. But yeah, maybe they'll make me a long lost Uso brother and I could fight solo. Who knows?
Yeah.
Me and Main Event Jay could be on Monday.
See, the other thing too is like it's 5 years of learning and experience. And yeah, like maybe you don't get that main roster call up, but say like you're betting on yourself, man, you become like the top star in NXT, developmental, and then you go on and now like everybody's excited to see what you're gonna do in another company, like you go to AEW if fucking somebody else owned it, or
Impact,
or New Japan. Then man, like you'll have like just so much bigger of a push because everybody will be excited to see because they'll be like, oh, he really should have got to the main roster.
Yeah,
that's how I look at it.
Kind of like how Keith Lee was feeling and how
that
kind of floundered.
So before we move on, I got a couple questions.
Before you, real quick, man. Honestly, if any one of those contracts, if you bet on yourself and you get over, you're going to have the opportunity to work any other place, man. That's just the way the business works. If you become a huge star in Impact, you can move up. If you become a huge star in AEW, WWE, it's true. You can. AJ Styles is Impact. AJ Styles left Impact. He was the fucking poster boy for Impact for
that's
10 years.
That's the exception, not the rule, though.
Yeah, that's the exception. That's not the rule.
I know, but there's a lot of those Ring of Honor or Impact guys that moved on to fucking AEW and
started at Impact and went up.
All them guys, anybody that's went through Impact's doors been. My point is, man, is if you get over somewhere else, you're gonna fucking be able to work where you want. You know what the fuck I'm saying?
Don't get your heart all elevated, Papa. It's okay.
All right, so I was gonna ask. I got a question for Joey K. if this were the Ring of Honor pre-TK that was still owned by I believe it was Joe Koff or Sinclair Broadcasting, would you sign with them?
That would probably be my first choice.
Okay. And then Sean, if Dusty were still around, would you sign with, and he was the mentor, would you sign with the WWE contract?
You mean in NXT? Yeah, fuck yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I mean, because like honestly, yeah, HBK. Everybody, it's HBK. Yeah. But Sean made a good point about HBK. But Dusty,
HBK believes in who he believes in, and we know. Yeah. Dusty believed in everybody.
Dusty pulled so much shit out of so many people.
Yeah.
In his run with NXT, so that's for sure.
I'll go you one more. If Paul Heyman was in charge of NXT.
Oh, I would do that in a heartbeat if Heyman were in charge.
I would do that anywhere that if Paul Heyman was in charge of creative and building a roster. I don't give a fuck which of those contracts it was. I would go work for Paul Heyman because Paul Heyman would look at a guy like me and go, "There's something there. I will fucking mine it and I will find something." Because that guy took guys that could
give you a chain.
That would be the only one that stopped me from probably Ring of Honor.
Yep.
Yeah.
Where I'd say no to Ring of Honor and I'd go to wherever Heyman.
Paul. I mean, the hypothetical of that whole question: if you take Paul Heyman and put him anywhere in one of the, just what he did, he gave guys in ECW careers that they would have never fucking had. Never had. Mm-hmm. New Jack, Stevie Richards. I mean, dude, look what he did with Shane Douglas. Shane Douglas was a barely mid-card worker every fucking place else he ever worked. But in ECW, he was one of the most hated fucking heels in the business.
I'll give you one. Raven.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Tommy Dreamer.
Raven was never as good anywhere, any of his incarnations, never as good as he was in his original.
That ECW run of Raven was, hands down.
Dude, everything that guy did was fucking. It was. I bought it.
Here's how to fuck this question up more. All the same companies.
We haven't done this in a long time, man. I'm enjoying this a little bit.
Man, this is good.
all these companies, but you now get to pick the fucking era of those companies.
Oh, that's a
like AEW is probably the only exception because AEW is only a few years old anyway, right? But like say like original first year AEW or we'll count, as opposed to today's,
yeah.
But how much does that fucking change everything? Because now you got Ring of Honor, fucking early 2000s Ring of Honor.
When all the killers were there.
Samoa Joe, like dude, the fucking Briscoes debut. Like Danielson,
Adam Cole,
Samoa Joe.
you have so many there. Dude, what era of New Japan would you go for? That changes fucking everything. And then same thing with Impact TNA. Do you go back to the OG fucking TNA, like
NWA
TNA, where you have
the five-sided ring?
Yeah, dude. There's that will
dude. That was
Or how about this? WWE's developmental.
There's still WWE's pay-per-views in that era. That
do you go back to FCW when they had fucking Roman, Seth, like all those guys? Or do you go back to NXT when it was Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens debuts, fucking Shinsuke shows up out of nowhere, like
Finn Balor,
do you go to that version of NXT? Like, there's a lot to think about there,
man.
That's
and obviously Dusty's there at that point too. So
shit, that's a good spin on the question.
Yeah, for me it would be anything that has anything to do with Dusty Rhodes. That's where
I would actually have to go with that too. Give me that NXT Dusty Rhodes era.
If we expand it and do any federation in the history of professional wrestling, would you go World Class Championship?
Oh, AWA,
early to mid 80s, NWA, WC World Class. I mean, back with Skandar Akbar and Devastation Incorporated and the Freebirds and Iceman King Parsons and Gary. I mean,
about the
Brody,
Gary Hart.
How about the fucking
Gary Hart
AWA in the 80s?
I would love to fight Brody.
That would be the only one. That would be the only one for me personally that I don't think I would want any part of, just because for me, AWA, as I watched it, but man, some of those shows were hard to watch. They were just slow. I mean, Vern Gagne had a very specific brand, and it was wrestling. Yeah. That's all it was. You didn't care about character or promo, or it was more like real, almost too Greco-Roman. You know what I mean? Just too.
How about New Japan? Like, which decade of New Japan do you go to?
I wouldn't go to New Japan decade. If I'm going all and I could choose anything, I'm going down the King's Road.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying it for me. I guess with New Japan, if I were in New Japan, because like I said, my knowledge and experience watching New Japan really doesn't go that far back compared to like all these other companies. I would probably say when it comes to New Japan, probably when like Kenny and Cody and the Bucks were all Bullet Club over there and stuff, because to me that's probably when New Japan
15 years ago. I mean, it's not been that long ago, right?
No, it's only been, I'd probably say it's only been about
2012, 2013, something like that.
Yeah, so I'd probably say about 5-6 years ago when like Kenny and Cody and the Bucks were like all over New Japan with Bullet Club and stuff. So,
or even going down to like AAA, man.
Look, dude, New Japan for me. You have to go Three Musketeers, yeah. You've got to go Chono, Muda, and Hashimoto. But if I get to choose any era, dude, I really want to go down the King's Road. The Four Pillars of Heaven. I would want those matches, dude.
Yeah.
The strong style. I mean, me, Kawada, me, and just fucking, dude. I mean, I'm such a big fan of that era. Like, I feel like Eddie Kingston, because I know Kingston loves those guys.
Oh my God, dude, he was in heaven at StarCast.
But dude, Masawa, and then just Taue, everybody, the whole Four Pillars. I want to match with the Pillars. I want to match with Brody. Bruiser Brody before shit happened.
Yeah, that would be awesome. How about mid-70s Memphis wrestling?
Oh, dude. I want Jerry the King Lawler in Memphis. Damn it. I want that Lawler.
Right? Yeah,
no,
I would love.
Give me as a side one. Give me Flex Cavana. If you guys know who that
is. Flex Cavana.
Give me 5 years. Give me like 1980 to 1985 in world class.
Yeah.
For me, if we're going all time, I would say 83.
I've been getting my ass kicked by Kevin Von Erich and loving it.
I would say for me, give me like 82 to 87 NWA. Like right before, start when it was really starting to pick up. Yeah, exactly, and kind of leave right when Turner bought it out, and basically
back when it was still Jim Crockett Promotions, baby. That was the best NWA, man. Everybody bled. I mean, you had just think of the classic matches from those eras, man. Tully and Magnum TA, Dusty and Lex Luger, the Horsemen, Nikita Koloff,
and not only just
the
what
Road
they did,
Warriors.
And not only what they did in the ring, but out of the ring, because you saw those crazy angles like where the Horsemen followed Dusty to the office and beat him up and broke his hand. When they broke his leg in the cage after
the young Barry Windham when he became a Horseman, like him, Rick, Tully, and Arn. Those guys, that to me was the greatest iteration of the Horsemen. Those four guys.
You can't forget about JJ as the manager.
JJ is the manager. But then when you think of, like when you talk about world class and you think about, Gary Hart literally wrote the book on how to book. I mean, that book is still like there's no copies in existence that aren't owned. And if you want to buy that book, it's like $1,200. because every promoter that's ever promoted read that book and used that book as a blueprint to run a federation.
Wow.
And I've looked for copies of it, and the cheapest one I found was $1,200.
And this was a Gary Hart book that he wrote?
It was a book that Gary Hart wrote. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm still sticking with All Japan in the 90s, man. I'm going down the King's Road.
So
we lost Joey K. We're gonna wrap it up with final thoughts, or give you guys.
Do we want to talk about Punk real quick?
Well, that's what I was gonna say. If you would like to let me finish, can I finish, sir? Can I finish?
Yes, you can finish.
May I finish, sir? Anyway, we'll give you guys a few minutes to get your Punk broken hearts done with. Go ahead and boohoo baha. But yeah, here's your time for Punk, and then we'll go into final thoughts. So, gentlemen.
All right, so
I got tissue somewhere for you.
All right, so for me, I'm not going to cry over this at all because plain and simple, and I like Punk, but to me, I felt like this was something that had to be done. Like if what's being said reported that actually happened,
I'm going to tear your ass. You keep going the way you're going, I'm going to tear your ass up on this one, right?
You're going to find a way to do it anyway. So
it's true.
That's true. Good. That's a good. You're a very smart man, DJ. Go.
Then that. So I'm just saying, like I said, because the thing is there's all these reports out about what happened and stuff, but nobody's ever going to really know what actually happened. So everything that we're basing this on is just pure speculation. And I mean, if what was being reported is true, then I mean, you had to do it because I mean, you know, in any walk of life, if you lunge at your boss, you're gonna get fired. I know if I did that at my job, if Sean did that at his job, if Joey K did that at his job, Jovan did that at his job, we'd all be on the unemployment line.
And you're still employed?
So I mean, it's sad that it came to because Punk could have done and stuff. So Punk could have done so much for AEW, and he really was the only one that has really moved the needle for AEW. But I mean, I just felt like it was the right call, and it sucks that it even had to come to that.
All right, I'll be brief with this, but DDJ, I mean, are you fucking copying and pasting out of fucking articles you read at this point? Like, seriously, dude? Oh, it had to come to... No, it didn't have to come to this. Didn't have to come to a lot of things for Punk, but here's the problem. Tony Khan's softer than baby shit. He's fucking 10-ply, bud. And so are all the fucking people in charge of that fucking half-wit company right now. That's the problem. Because they let the fucking inmates run the asylum. You know why? You know when people like lunged or fucking went off on Vince and shit? They didn't get fired for that. You know why? Because, well, he probably
knocked him the fuck out.
Yeah. And he probably, not probably, he fucking deserved it for the shit that he pulled as an owner. Yeah. So for that fucking cokehead pussy to come out, I feared for my life. Really? You feared for your fucking life? And I'm a big CM Punk fan, but seriously, dude, we've
all seen him get his ass kicked in a real fight.
I hate to say this, but you could probably defend yourself, bud. Like you really could. Yeah. And if you think you can't, get fucked. But whatever. Like that's how I look at it. And the problem is he lets the kids run the fucking playground out there.
That I will agree with you on.
Isn't worth two fucking shits. There are fucking people agreeing with Vince Russo on his fucking side of that. And nobody likes Vince Russo, but they're like, he has a fucking point. He has a fucking point.
Yeah, they're saying the same thing about Eric Bischoff. They're saying the same thing about Eric Bischoff. Eric Bischoff said that the only reason why he's on there is because his daddy was on a soap opera.
And it's true.
People are jumping on that. Yeah.
You want to talk? Oh, he's a pillar of AEW. Get the fuck out of here. Like, honestly, dude, no, your pillars of fucking AEW are the guys who they signed who are super established. Like, one, Chris fucking Jericho. Like it or not, he's a pillar of AEW. Not fucking Jack Perry. Okay, don't give me this bullshit and try and hype it up. Darby Allin, I love Darby, but we're gonna watch that kid die in a fucking ring in the next couple of years. He ain't a fucking pillar of a company. He's got a fucking death wish, is more like it.
He's Mick Foley without the self-control.
Britt Baker, another person I love. She's a mid-card talent at best, and that's just the fucking truth. Because I don't think she can really go, she just doesn't have the time or experience in there. And she's working in AEW. MJF, time will tell. Time will tell. But my bigger problem is this. Tony Khan doesn't give a flying fuck. And they took the cheap way out, the easy way out. Fire Punk because of, oh, this and that. All right, cool. Punk is their biggest star. And I hate to break that fucking news to all the fucking Meltzer fanboys and everything else. Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks, Hangman Page, no. Moxley, and this is going to be a fucking hard pill to swallow, but I'm sorry. John Moxley, all he's there is for fucking name recognition, and they put him over. Do you think I give a two flying fucks about him beating Orange Cassidy or him main eventing against Orange Cassidy? Because who in their right mind would have Orange Cassidy going over John Moxley the way they've booked Moxley since he got to AEW? It makes zero fucking sense. Okay? So that's not believable. And now he's got the fucking Mid-Atlantic, All-Atlantic, fucking Central Coast, whatever fucking stupid title name they changed it to again. Punk was their biggest star. Unfortunately, the guys who really control that company and get to fucking run the playground out there are the guys who think they're the biggest fucking stars and talents in the world. And they're not. That's just plain and simple. So it's really soured me a lot on AEW. And you know what? Hey, look, I'm not going to say it's right or whatever because it's 2023 and everybody wants to go, oh, you can't lunge at your boss like that. Dude, then don't talk about the fucking wrestling business. Because the wrestling business is the most carny fucking shit in the world. Rules don't exist. HR departments don't exist. Your AEW legal counsel doesn't fucking exist. Like, that shit doesn't matter. Like, WWE's legal counsel is just trying to get people not to talk about Vince getting his dick sucked by somebody in the office. That's what the fucking legal counsel is there for. All right,
like do as much as the shoot shit legal counsel for Joey K.
Yeah.
Right.
I know you
paying them bills, baby, paying them bills.
Yeah. So I mean, like, it's just like, dude, the problem with the Punk firing is this. Is it good? Yeah. Because honestly, they should fucking fire Jack Perry too, because he kind of started that one. I hate to say it.
Not first.
And every account has basically brought this, like every account of it, it skips the part where Jack Perry in front of 80,000 people looked dead in the fucking camera and made a fucking comment about the thing that everybody kind of knew about. What did you think was going to happen? What should have happened if Tony Khan was any kind of fucking boss with any kind of balls, he would have walked out from the behind the fucking little table that he was lunged at over and walked up to fucking Jack Perry and be like, hey, we're not good with that. You're fucking going into business for yourself out there on camera and feeding into the dirt sheet bullshit. Not the time and fucking place. And should have slapped his little fucking 12-year-old ass back down. But unfortunately, Tony Khan's not that kind of boss. And the other guys who are bosses there all probably think it's cute and funny, so they can make a stupid Being the Elite video about it and make a skit and say, well, it's not really about that, wink, but it is. You know, that kind of bullshit. Like, it's amateur hour. It's fucking sophomore fucking class field trip. Shout out JR. Like, that's what AEW is. And then I had to watch that fucking shit show of All Out, and everybody's like, "Oh, the mood is so much better in the fucking, you know, behind the curtain and all this and that." Okay, everybody really wanted to put out a great performance for All Out. Okay, cool, but like, it still wasn't great. like they and not to mention they literally they fired the guy from the main event of All Out the day before the show.
Yeah.
Like fucking stupid.
And then announced it right before the show.
Yeah. You're gonna sit on stage with your fucking little folding chair. Oh yeah, here, sit down. Tell us how you feared for your life. I'm sorry, but I just look at it like this, man. How are you a good boss if you can't control your fucking employees and you let them walk all over you?
That's true.
I don't know. That's where I stand on the Punk shit.
Sean.
All right. Are you done? I already stepped on your dick once tonight. I don't want to do it twice.
That's all right.
You do it twice, you got to kiss
Okay.
it.
No, that wasn't. I wasn't being the smartass, man. I just want to make sure
You rub it, you'll get a wish out of it.
Yeah.
No, you didn't. I wish I had tickets to last Sunday's Dynamite.
You could have.
So, man, I wanted to say just about everything Joey K said. I will simply quote one of my favorite football movies: "Attitude reflects leadership." If you can't fucking handle what's going on in your business, maybe you shouldn't be the one running it. This isn't new shit, okay? He literally fired Punk because of something that the kid did that also got Punk suspended a year prior to. Punk went into business for himself at a press conference, a fight ensued, and the only thing that's happened then and happened now was Punk is the one who got suspended first. Everybody else got brought back first. Punk, literally his career in AEW has been encapsulated in 4 months of activity. The rest of it, he was suspended or injured. Okay, so good on Punk. He just made a shit ton of money for doing very little fucking work. You can't tell the guy, this is your show, we want you to be a leader in the locker room, and then when he tries to be a leader in the locker room, fucking shit on him and not back his play. You either want him to lead or you don't. Everybody knows Phil Brooks, man. It ain't like we don't know the guy's a dick. He is a dick. We love him anyway, but he's a dick. We know he's a dick. I'm a dick. I kind of get it. You know what you're going to get when it comes to me, when you're dealing with me. Okay? Mm-hmm. You knew what you were getting when you paid the guy to come into your locker room, when you begged him to fucking come work for you. And all you've done is time and time again, set back, let other people fucking shit on him, and then not back his play. And then to come out and say, I'm telling you, there's a lot of things Vince McMahon's guilty of, but Vince McMahon would never, ever, ever in his entire 85 fucking years on this planet walk out in front of a fucking live audience and say, I was afraid for my life. Maybe your little 130-pound ass needs to get some people around you because what you're doing is not being successful. This show has a contract. You have every deal that you possibly need to make this company successful. There is no structure, no spine, no backbone, and the people in charge are all going into business for themselves. That's been the one consistent thing in AEW. Is that everybody that's been given any kind of authority whatsoever have all went into business for themselves at one point or another. I don't know if Phil Brooks ends up in WWE or Impact or, well, he definitely won't be in Ring of Honor or New Japan. I don't know if his wrestling career is over, but I will say this. I'm glad the man came back. It meant a lot to me. I'm a Chicago guy. I'm always going to have his back. I'm always going to be a fan of his. Did he act, I didn't agree with the way he acted at Brawl Out. He should have handled his shit better here. I'm not saying that he is innocent of anything, but you fired him and the kid who fucking actually put people's life in danger by using real fucking glass, to my knowledge, still has a job. So either straighten his hair, cut it, give him a fucking real thing to do in the ring, or cut that little bitch loose. I've never been a big I know DDJ is a huge Jungle Boy fan. I've never seen it. I like the kid. I don't dislike him, but I see a lot more out of MJF and Darby Allin and even Sammy Guevara And Sammy Guevara, I don't know what the fuck they're doing with this kid. I don't know if he's taking time off to keep Tay's vagina waxed while she's pregnant because she can't see it, or what the fuck's going on with it. But I don't know why this guy's even getting the gimmick change, turning him heel. This kid is completely drinking his Kool-Aid. And somewhere along the line, somebody in that locker room went, you know what, dude, fuck him. Do what you want to do. And that's what he did. Yep. And no offense to Phil Brooks, if you ever see this show, I am a huge CM Punk fan. I got your merch. I got your fucking commemorative belt on my wall. I ain't sweating you, dude. I don't even think you can kick my ass in a real fight. Let's be honest. I'm not sweating that.
UFC run.
You are an in-ring competitor. You're a great professional wrestler. You have a mind for the business, and you could have done a lot of great things for this company, and you were never given an opportunity to do so. So I feel sorry for that.
All right. That has been our CM Punk cry session with the 3 CM Punk marks. Fantastic. I'm not going to say much on the situation.
You're such a dick. You know why this would never happen to Kenny Omega? Because he's too much of a pussy to actually get in anybody's face.
Oh, well, unfortunately, Punk did. This is the second time he did it that, they're recorded.
It's called integrity, buddy. It's called integrity.
It's called, and I love this because if you're in management, you'll understand. It's called a fucking trend. And when you have a trend, you have to act on it. So, unfortunately, yes, I understand that there's a lot of broken hearts, and yes,
what it is when you hire Chicago, you get Chicago.
Yeah, that's funny. But even I know people in Chicago who know how to turn it off when they're at work. They're not hood 24/7. Joey K over there doesn't take a fucking pot full of macaroni and cheese in his fucking mason jars to work. At work, he's Joseph.
We don't know that for sure. We don't know.
Yeah, do we?
I know.
We don't know that for sure.
He does not take Joey K out to work.
Can confirm.
Can confirm. What I'm saying is, I understand that wrestling is a horse and pony show. It always has been. It's always a little carny. That's the origins. That's what it still is. But when you're trying to do things different, you kind of have to set that tone. And to shake up the locker room by throwing out CM Punk twice now, first time, whoever was at fault for that was at fault for that. Second time sounds like, he kind of reacted bad to Jungle Boy, who I believe should also have some type of repercussions in this. I need to see a suspension. I need to see him not on my TV for a while. I need something to be done with him because he has some fault in here. He was the catalyst of what happened with Punk. But the issue with Punk is back-to-back times, it was you. You got caught with your hand in the cookie jar. And management is not going to let that keep happening because then it's going to have the feeling of, well, I'm not running my ship. We know you're not running your ship, but you're trying to make it appear like you are. Well, that's true, but you're trying to make it appear like you are, so you overreact, and that's what happened. CM Punk got fired. The overreaction to prove that I'm still in charge, I'm the boss here. I feared for my life. Get the fuck out of here. If you watch the UFC and CM Punk fight, he got manhandled by a child, so there's no fear there. Twice. If you watched Stars and you're watching fucking heels, Ricky Rabies is about as what CM Punk's actual body type looks like on the normal. He does not look like he could throw a clean punch to save his life. There's no fear for your life, dude. What did he lunge at you with? The fucking bottle of Pepsi? I don't know.
I know.
But
don't get me wrong. I'm pretty sure Tony Khan was in fear of his life, dude. He's rich. He's never had to work a day in his life. I'm sure he is pretty fucking soft.
He's probably never got a proper ass whooping.
Elton John at the Playboy Mansion soft, dude. He's Elton John at the Playboy Mansion
So that could have been something in it too. Tony Khan may be just in that special category of never had the hands put on him, that the threat of the hands scared his life. But either way, we are where we are now. CM Punk is gone. A large contingency of AEW fans have left, and they'll probably end up in WWE where Punk might make a return. So we'll see what happens, guys. It's wrestling. Nobody is ever. And nothing. Yeah, everything's
Hey,
always possible.
and keep an eye out for the retaliation on the people that are actually friends with Punk.
Oh yeah,
because that's coming too.
Yeah.
Looking at you, FTR.
There's a lot of people that have spoke out and said what a great guy he is.
Looking at you, House of Black.
Yeah,
looking at a lot of people out there.
They already fired what's his name, Punk's dude.
H-Steel, yeah.
Yeah,
that feels retaliatory. That feels extremely retaliatory.
Yeah,
because he had nothing to do with this incident.
There's a lawsuit somewhere in there for him.
Wasn't even in the building when it happened.
Yeah, but he's no longer needed. His services are no longer needed.
But what a great match with Samoa Joe.
Samoa Joe. It was a good
match. That was.
It wasn't All In was the better show, by the way. All In was the better
All In
show.
was, because easily. All Out wasn't really a PLE. It was a fucking dynamite.
Final thoughts. Who wants to start?
All right, I'll start. I'll be right back.
I'll go quick just to get out of the way. Oh, I'm sorry, dude.
That's what she said.
He said he's gonna win. So I was gonna spend my final thought giving DDJ shit about that and being the cause of Orange Cassidy losing his title. I'm not going to do that. What I am going to do is say that I'm very, very proud of the fact that my friend was at StarCast and at the pay-per-view and did well representing us like he always does, winning the Family Feud. A lot of you guys don't know this, but there's a lot of people that I meet in this business because of DDJ. I met Mark Henry because of DDJ. I got to shake his hand and talk to him, like legit talk to him. Dave LaGreca. Got to meet Dave LaGreca because I give DDJ a lot of shit. I really do. But when it comes to professional wrestling and what's going on in the business and his ability to, are you going to play it? Yeah, go ahead and play that. We'll still do that. His enthusiasm, he just wants to get up and dance. He just loves it so much. I just him being able to be there last week. Like, obviously, we all wanted to go. Normally, I would have been there with him the last 2 years. We've gone. We were in suites the last 2 years. Last year was especially special for me because I got to meet Jovan and we got to go to a GCW show. And I think we went home and watched Clash at the Castle. After that,
yeah, we were up to like 1, 2 in the morning at my house watching it.
A lot of the things that I do, these shows that I go to, he's always right there beside me and right there with me. And, I don't want anybody to think for not even a small second, that this man is not legitimately my best friend. One of the guys that whenever I need him, he's there. He still to this day goes, I am not the best friend in the world. I have a really hard time. There are times where I just get in my own head and my mental health issues I have to pull back, and I'm not the best at communicating those times, but never a moment goes by where he is not concerned, showing his concern or reaching out for me and just checking on me. And there's been numerous times where he's called me over the last year, like, hey, do you want to go to a ball game? Do you want to go to this show? I'm picking up this. Do you need this? All the shit I give him, man. He has never once, he's always been my friend, Never, ever has that ever changed, ever. I do not want anybody to think at any level that there is not love and respect there for him, Jovan, Joey K. We talk shit. We yell, we scream, we cuss at each other. We say sometimes shit that we probably wouldn't say to average people, but the love that I have for these three guys, and for particularly DDJ, it's legitimate. It's real. He is a friend. I wouldn't be on this podcast or be a part of it or have met Joey K or Jovan or Patrick or Jerry or any of the guys in my life that I have because of professional wrestling if it wasn't for DDJ. So I'm so glad that you got to be there and enjoy that and experience what a lot of people wish they could experience, to be ringside at a big show like that. and have a good time. Like, I give you shit about wearing the t-shirts and the goofy hats and all the merch and all the shit you do, but I know that it all comes from a place of love, and you just love this business so much. And like nobody else. Oh God, you had to pull one out. You look like
I like this hat.
He looks like
he likes that.
The Adam Sandler guy, or from Happy Gilmore. Yeah, jackass. You look like that
Jackass.
guy. The hat. He wore a hat like that. Remember?
I hope you missed that spot, you jackass.
Such a classic movie.
I love that movie.
Just to wrap up real quick, like, man, I really enjoyed the show tonight. It was nice to have a talk. That was a nice discussion to kind of give our 2 cents, our thoughts, and everything. And I know that we kind of vary sometimes from the format, and we get away from certain things, but ultimately this is what brought us together, and it's why we love doing it and why we love talking about it. So, I love you, bro. You mean the world to me. I hope you know that. I love you too, you big bastard. Got to come down and hang out with me Sunday last weekend, and it was nice just kind of hanging out. We didn't really do shit but eat and watch TV and just talk, had a few drinks.
Good time.
And complain that we weren't at the show that DDJ was at, even though I still think it was a real high dynamite. And of course Joey K is like, Joey K's just Joey K, man. That's a special motherfucker right there. And you guys will
He's
never
our asshole.
You guys out there will never, ever, ever, ever understand who that man really is and what he is to us. That is a brother. And I'm going to shout. I talked to Jerry today and had a nice long discussion with Jerry Hayne, and just like if it wasn't for Dennis, I wouldn't have any of these guys. So, all the love in the world, bro. I appreciate you more than anything. I hope you know that. And tonight was a fun show. I'm glad we got to do it. So I love you guys. I can't wait to get together and do this again. We're going to go to that Mance Warner show, I think, on the 29th, right?
Planning
Try
on
to go to that.
End of this month?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Should be.
Yeah.
So
and I'm going to keep bugging him, hoping we can get him on the show sometime, man. But I love you guys. And, thanks for watching our show. We're trying to get back on some kind of routine and pattern. Summer's almost over. So these are going to start coming in fast and hot, baby. You better be ready for them.
So I'm not gonna lie. That I was almost in tears over that just now.
Well, don't cry about it, man. Jesus.
Well, when you say the kind of things that you just said, when knowing me how I am, would you expect?
Why you gotta ruin it, man? Quit being a pussy. Come on.
He's emotional.
I'm just fucking.
Don't do that.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just.
No, I know, man, but no, I do want to say, I appreciate everything you just said, and there are times, much like you, sometimes, let your thoughts and things get in your head. I get that way at times too, and hearing what you just had to say, just really, I was really emotional, like I was on the verge of happy tears, but I had a smile that really meant a lot to me. So I love you too. But okay, so for my final thought, normally I'm the one that does the sentimental sappy pulse, but Sean took that on there this week, so I got.
I thought I righteous indignation.
What are you eating?
Orange slices.
Oh, I love those. But anyways, kind of eating actually plays a little bit into my final thought. So a nice little bit of a segue there. So normally when I go to these wrestling shows, they don't allow you to bring outside food and outside things in and stuff like that. But I don't know how the fuck that this guy who was sitting to my right at the show, you might have seen him once or twice on the screen, but he was kind of off camera. And I'm just gonna say he was not a small guy. He was like bigger than Jovan and stuff. And this guy, when I first got to my seat, there were 2 grocery bags from Mariano's grocery stores. I think Sean probably be the only one that knows what Mariano's is. And so, because it's in Illinois, as far as I know, they're only in Illinois or in the Midwest area and stuff.
Good deli shit. There's a lot of good deli shit. Like
they do have a lot of good food. I will give them that. But this guy had 2 fucking bags full. Like he went to the fucking grocery store before he came to the United Center for the show because he had a bag full. And 1 minute I'm looking over right, he's stuffing his face full of sushi. Then it's a salad. Then it's cookies. And it's all shit. And I'm thinking, did he pull the same kind of shit that the girl pulled who snuck the gun into Guaranteed Rate Field underneath his belly fat and got all this shit in? Because I don't know how the hell this guy could have gotten through security at any point from the time he entered the arena to get to his seat with these 2 grocery bags full of food, which he proceeded to then stuff his face with consistently throughout the whole event. But also this guy got on my nerves from one other thing. As you guys all know, I sat behind the announce table and I got to see a lot of what goes on, like when they're not on. Yeah. But like I got to see a lot of what goes on when they're not on camera. Like, there's somebody bringing them scripts and things they got to say and things like that. It's kind of like really what goes on and stuff, which is something I've never gotten to experience just going to a wrestling show. But this guy had the gall to like lean over, like, and you could see like some of the stuff. Cause again, I was sitting behind Nigel McGuinness. He had stuff like, layouts of the matches, match order, things like that, like stuff that's probably confidential information for AEW, like stuff that, like, if that got out there, like somebody's losing their job. This dumbass decided to have the fucking gall to take his camera, kind of lean over Nigel's shoulder and take screenshots of the shit that was on the desk that was for these guys' eyes only, and then just sit there and was trying to look at it. And it wouldn't surprise me if he went on tried to go post it on the social media and probably has 2 or 3 followers just to look cool. My only regret is that I didn't say something to security because I felt like that you don't do that shit as a fan. You don't take pictures of shit that like is not meant for your eyes. And I just like, don't be that guy if you ever sit behind the announce table at a wrestling show.
Well, I know, man, but
damn, Chicago, I want to know how he. What's that?
Snitches get stitches, bro. You don't want to say nothing. It's Chicago still.
Oh, I'll tell you what. This guy's probably one of the very few people out there that I could beat in a foot race. So that should tell you something right there.
All right,
but all
right, from Orange Cassidy, literally Orange Cassidy's biggest fan, 300 pounds worth.
And trending downward on that aspect.
Are you going last or we going to
Joey, do you want to go last or do you want me to go last? Joe, you're muted. I can't hear what you're saying.
I'm going fucking last. Guy.
Oh, you're going last. Okay.
He's going fucking last.
What'd you do?
Well, that's beautiful.
Is she over there? Did you have to put us on mute? She over there quivering on the couch or something? You get her.
No, I missed your big, beautiful sentiment because I was taking a squirt, so I had it on mute. I just started my camera.
Did you get your handy wipes and shit, man? Did you get cleaned up good?
Oh yeah, man. I'm
shaking more than twice you're playing. All right. Quit playing with your dinghy. Anyway.
He puts it over his finger, man, and that way he.
You like the fucking now.
My final thought.
Not really, big dog. Not even a little bit.
So, I make a lot of jokes on here.
That's a weird fucking thing to say, man. Wouldn't you like to know? What the fuck, dude? Are you slipping?
Hey, man. I'm just saying.
I expect better from you, man. I expect better from you.
Candle, bro.
Yeah, well, she didn't, though, did she, big dog? That candle would have came with an ass whipping, too.
Probably. Nah. Jesus, won't y'all just fucking get it over already? Jesus Christ, both of you. cut the sexual tension with a knife.
I'm gonna send him a candle.
I hope you do. That's going on the shelf. I'm gonna take down the fucking picture of me and my daughter. Put that up.
Be a wolf candle.
Yeah, man.
Take one of them pictures from us at the park in Chicago and put on there.
Oh yeah.
All right. Back to final thoughts.
DJ in the middle.
Back to final thoughts.
What a fucking sandwich. DDJ is nothing but cream filling at this point. Jesus, Javon, are you still going on your final thought, man? Fucking wrap it
trying.
up.
I'm trying, but y'all won't shut the fuck up.
Double stuff, baby. Fucking double stuff, Oreo, right there.
All right. Happy that we can move along.
Come on, Kate.
man, hurry up.
Let's
go.
No, he's tired.
You would shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
That's your new fucking name. I'm calling you Cake Shake from now on.
Cake Shake.
All right, fantastic. So I joke a lot on here about being the degenerate gambler. I'm just gonna go. Fuck you guys. About being a degenerate gambler, and we talk about betting odds every once in a while. And we're coming to the best part of the year for degenerate gamblers. It is football season, and people ask all the time. They're like, "Well, hot one. What do you mean? What's a degenerate gambler?" And I'm gonna tell you what a degenerate gambler is. Okay, I just moved to Michigan. I'm in the beautiful, beautiful lakeside, which is, I'm about 30 minutes away from downtown Detroit, where I work. And moving and everything that's been associated with moving has put me in a financial situation. And I'm not going to recover until like the 15th of this month. But the degenerate gambler in me knows that this is the opening week of the NFL schedule. This is when you make the big money. So, with the $28 that I had left in my account, that was supposed to buy food for the rest of the week so I can maybe survive until I get paid Friday, I put that motherfucker on a 6-way parlay. Okay? So, 6-way parlay hits at $530 if it cashes out.
So hold on, time out real quick. So now everybody knows we aren't joking about him being a degenerate gambler. There's 100% fucking truth in all of it.
Oh, yeah.
This is the shoot part of shooting shit.
So, like I'm telling you guys, this is not a gimmick. This is real fucking life. I have taken my last dollar that I was supposed to buy groceries with, so maybe some ham, cheese, bread, milk, cereal to last the rest of the week till I get paid. And I let that shit roll on the first weekend.
That's more like bologna, cheese, and fucking Wonder Bread, bro. That's
what
you're gonna get for $28.
On $28, you'd be surprised because last week on $40, I did really well with the shopping. So the 28 this week would have just been like bread, milk, eggs. So just like the basics of what I've got.
Hold on. $28 at the Poppy store is gonna get you fucking. Dude, you'll be eating good for like a fucking good 10-day run, dog.
See there?
You gotta know what's up. You go to the Poppy store with $28.
You'll know how to do it.
You know what the fuck's up. You'll be like gourmet, like yes chef, fucking corner chef. Like you're yes, on point.
Yes, chef.
Yeah.
You're forgetting, bro. I'm Puerto Rican. I was raised broke. With $28, I could pull fucking miracles. But
I've been there. I had $20 at the fucking Poppy store, and we got through for a week, bro. That's how it goes.
I would have been able to do it easy and been able to get Oreos, but I risked it all. I risked it all for the glory. So, take this journey with me, gentlemen. Dak Prescott, I need more than 1 yard for you. That was the giveaway, baby. He was the special. So, Dak Prescott, at least 1 yard.
There goes his parlay right there.
At least 1 yard. That's all I need from Dak.
Rushing or passing?
Passing. He just needs 1 passing yard.
Does that count for an interception too?
You'd be better off for him running for a yard because he could at least fall across the fucking line. He ain't gonna throw.
He's gonna get at least one completion. Don't fuck with me.
Who they play?
Giants Sunday night.
Watch him announce he's a healthy scratch for the game tomorrow.
Fuck you guys. Fuck you guys. Now,
I can't wait to see that stat line negative. Fucking Javon gonna be hungry than a motherfucker.
We get into a little hairy waters here with the next one, okay? Geno Smith. Geno Smith
You
plus.
fucked up, bud.
I know. I have to get 19 fantasy points out of Geno Smith.
Oh, God, Jesus
But
Christ.
you look at all
You
of
really
last
are
year.
a degenerate gambler. You're not even just you're bad at it.
Look,
No degenerate gambler.
Look at all the metrics. Geno had only missed the 19 mark once all of last season. He's got a favorable
Until this
matchup
year.
against the Rams. So Geno plus 19 should be easy. Okay. So like I said, a little shaky because I still don't believe in Geno, but that's the good line. Then you get into the probably more locks. My sure
That's
parts
the
of this
good
bet.
line.
This is the best part of the line. Calvin Ridley at least 6 receptions. Gonna be easy. That's the give me. Michael Thomas at least 4 receptions. Also a give me.
Not necessarily. Don't you know his history with his ankle?
They're saying he's healthy. The last thing I've read on Michael Thomas is a full participant in practice and he's good to go.
They said CM Punk was a locker room leader too.
Well, football people who know what they know normally are right. Here's the one that scares me because it impacts you guys this game with the Bears and the Packers. I need AJ Dillon to at least rush the ball 11 times. I don't care how many yards he gets, he needs to get 11 touches. I think with Love being that QB, they may go run heavy, but I just need 11 touches out of his ass.
Wait, did you just say you needed to touch his ass 11 times?
I need him to touch that ball 11 times, buddy. He needs
that'll
11
happen
rushing
more
attempts.
than him touching the ball 11 times because they're gonna have after the first quarter they're gonna have to start throwing just to stay in the game.
Buddy, shut up. Then
Saying it's fucking Green Bay. Fucking Aaron Rodgers is gone. They don't have a receiving core. Their running game is shit, and their defense can't stop nobody.
I don't care what they do. He just needs to run that ball 11 times. I care
But
if he gets negative yardage and all that.
Tell me how much money just tell me how much money I need to PayPal you so you can get a quarter pounder.
So hold on. The last one. The last one on this 6-leg parlay, guys, is Bijan Robinson. I have him getting his first NFL touchdown this weekend against Carolina. I think that's a sure lock too. It could be receiving or rushing. It doesn't matter as long as he gets a touchdown.
He just needs to get
in
the end zone.
Exactly.
So I have a legitimate question I want to ask. Honestly,
yes, I did use my last dime to place that bet.
Okay. Have you ever won money gambling? Ever?
Yes, a lot.
Really?
I win a lot. Yeah.
I don't know how.
I don't really see. That's the thing. I don't think you're understanding the stats part, right? Because you're hearing them out. The only one out of that 6-leg that really scares me is Geno, just because last season I think he played outside of his mind. Yeah, no, for sure, for honest. Like Geno's the only one that scares me because time over time, Geno, last year may have been an anomaly, but he hit at least 20 consistently. He was under 18 once. So 19 is a fair number for Geno if he plays it again this year. He's the only one that really scares me.
Joe, I'm gonna work on Merch Monster up here and get him to ratchet that shit under control. This one over here, that's your responsibility. You need to get this motherfucker in GA or something like that. I'm just saying, dude. Check your boy.
And this is my
because at least Dennis is buying shit and bringing it home.
Okay. Look, I'm going to give you some small numbers here.
And I'm pretty sure you didn't gamble. You didn't spend all your money at fucking FanFest and don't have anything to eat this week, right, buddy?
Look,
I've eaten pretty good since I've been back. So
yeah, so he's already in better shape than you.
Last football season, I grossed out over 1,300 with the last hit being a $698 parlay, which is a 6-leg as well. I kill it in football. Now, that's just on this one server. On the other one that I have 3 or 4 that I use to do my picks. But no, I'm saying that was just off of that one. When I double down on my big time picks,
it's called a sponsor.
Have the money to do so. I hit big, and I mean,
it's called a sponsor, and you need one.
Normally, like in UFC, I kill it too, but there's the card this night sucked tonight, so
I mean,
I was as excited for football. I mean, worst happens is if I blow one leg of the 6 leg, doesn't pay out as much. I don't see this one shitting at all, like completely shitting. If it completely shits, then hell, I have cereal for like the fucking weekend. We'll have to make it work. But dude, it
or
is
you
what
can
it
just
is.
whore yourself out on the corner too.
Oh yeah, but I'm also
we'll work for food.
There's also like
It's
some
called
places here
I
that
think you need a 12-step program,
no,
and
dude,
they
ain't
have
nothing
free
wrong with
donuts
it.
there. So if you
And
get
I mean,
hungry,
I have a lot of merch here that I'm wanting to sell too, so that can help out. Like I just got to get to it and start
Yeah.
selling. Because when I moved, I found
DDJ,
I have a lot of fucking
you hear
shit that I
that?
want to sell.
Javon's got merch for sale.
So
I'm
yeah,
good.
He's got merch for sale. He's got Warhorse's jock.
I don't have Warhorse's jock. I have actually a full set of Warhorse's gear, but it didn't come
He's
with a
got
jock.
Lance Archer's sweatband, like his headband that he used to wear.
Hey,
we can give that
to
before he
Jerry's
changed
daughter.
his tramp stamp into a back tattoo.
Hey, Sean, we can give that to Jerry's daughter, Katie, so that way she'll remember who he is.
All right.
Yeah, there you go.
Joey
He's got
K,
Honky
go
Tonk
ahead.
Man's foreskin.
I didn't think I would get destroyed like this.
Only a degenerate gambler is going to say, hey, I got some mid-Carter's nut juice rubbed on a fucking pair of tights. Let me sell it so I can eat some cereal and fucking put a parlay with Geno Smith for 19 points. That's the most degenerate shit I've ever heard in my fucking life.
Oh my god, dude!
Fucking lord, dude! Oh my god!
You're just like, dude, I don't have a problem.
I can't wait for your next move. It's gonna be in with one of the three of us.
It's okay, really. I don't have a problem. It's all right.
Watch Gino be the only one hitting that fucking leg. All of you guys.
Just to shit on us.
It's gonna be all
fucking right. Dak's gonna get hurt in the fucking national anthem. Fucking Gino's gonna ball out for like 28 fucking points.
And nobody else does shit.
And nobody's getting any fucking touches. People are getting benched or ejected from games. You're fucked.
But at least Gino.
You're gonna be watching the game. You're gonna be watching the game, and every 5 minutes you're gonna start snoring. You're gonna be like, parlay.
Dude, don't
fucking cartoon.
Don't bag on the micronaps, man. The micronaps are fucking amazing.
No, he'll be like, you remember in the Waterboy, Kathy Bates, when she's snoring, she goes, devil, be joining me. Parlay.
All right, y'all. Joey K, go ahead and send us home. Damn it.
Then parlay the devil.
Fuck all y'all.
As I am not a degenerate gambler,
just a degenerate.
I am just degenerate in general. I am thrilled because the NFL season is upon us, which means I get to talk less AEW and more about my absolute fucking disdain for everybody in the NFC East that is not from Philadelphia.
God, we're starting early.
So, it's fuck, dude. It's already Sunday, so fuck it.
Yeah, I mean, where he's at. We're still about 14 minutes away.
Sunday.
Oh, okay, fair. Two of us. It's already Sunday, baby. It's game day. It's go
game
time.
day.
And I don't understand. Like these fucking analysts who go, look out for Washington this year.
Yeah.
For what? Their stadium leaks shit and no one cares. Their team.
I think they just meant no women would be molested or raped in their building this year.
Hey, look, Ben Roethlisberger retired, so let's.
He was in Pittsburgh. He was in Pittsburgh. That's a different city.
That doesn't matter. I mean, like there are laws nationwide. If you pull your dick out,
and
in the middle of the nightclub,
technically, Ben wasn't a rapist. He was a pedophile.
I mean, allegedly.
That makes it better.
We all know.
Everybody.
Yeah. He's not a rapist. He just likes kids. Allegedly.
Look, you know what you're doing if you pull your dick out in a nightclub. You know what's gonna happen. But god damn it, I fucking hate these motherfuckers that it's the Cowboys. The Eagles are gonna barely make the walk. Are you out of your fucking mind? Are you out of your fucking mind? And people are still saying Daniel Jones is the fucking future.
No.
Of what? Like, I mean, you could look.
No, dude, he could be the next
fucking
Tony
captain.
Romo.
There was a captain of the ship on the Titanic. That motherfucker still sank. So it doesn't fucking matter, you know? Like, come on. Dude, the Eagles hands down have the best offensive line in all of fucking the NFC, at the very least, if not the entire NFL. They are going there. I'll say this right now. They're going to have the number 1 run defense in the fucking league. That fucking defensive front is the most terrifying group of players in the fucking league today. And I'm not saying that as an Eagles fan. Look at the fucking players and look at the damage they can do. You got some new guys. You got a whole you literally have an entire fucking national champion fucking college team that are there for a reason. I mean, the fucking Philadelphia Bulldogs are gonna fucking pull it out this year. And anybody who thinks otherwise right now, Jesus fucking Christ, good luck to you guys.
I mean,
I think it'll be
fun to play you. I think it'll be fun to play you guys in the NFC Championship game.
You're not making it there, buddy.
I mean, it would be, and then your alarm goes off, and then you have to get up for work at 3:30. So, yeah. I mean, I don't know how much that game you're going to see because it's a fucking dream. That's why.
I don't think so, man. I mean, Detroit's better, but Green Bay sucks. Minnesota's Minnesota. We can win our division.
Hey, also, side note, what did I say on the call when we were on the phone on Thursday night?
Yeah.
This is going to be a fucking year for Detroit. And what did they fucking do? Not to mention, Kansas City has a little bit of a problem.
They got a little bit of problems.
Well, true. Here's the thing about Detroit. As long as they can protect that quarterback who's made of glass, they should be fine. If they can keep him up, because the first time he gets knocked down, it's over. That's his problem in LA. It's his problem in Detroit. He's a great He's a good quarterback. He's got a good arm. He can see down the field. He can read defense. Bitch has got happy feet, and he gets really nervous when he starts getting touched.
I'm so glad you said happy feet because I think the NFL has a problem after game 1.
Yep.
You're going to sit there. You're going to tell me that nobody saw that fucking offensive lineman for Kansas City literally every fucking pass play. He had a tell, and he's bouncing his leg and moving. Yep. And people want to get upset. Oh, they called it at the end of the game. They should have been calling it the entire fucking game.
Yep.
I mean, the highlight clips you see, I mean, there's at least 8 to 10 plays where he did that, or just literally jumped off sides.
The profession of umpire, referee, and shit isn't exactly been the most solid this year. MLB, NBA, NFL, they all kind of fucking suck. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
It's like Angel Hernandez infected everybody with some kind of a dumb STD.
Damn. Well,
yeah, what's that one where your dick burns and you also get really fucking stupid?
Sean?
DJ?
What?
Yeah, out of all of us, that's the one least likely to know. What the hell?
Yeah,
I at least went to the one that had a 50-50 shot.
It's all right, buddy. Go back to sleep.
Yeah, dude, I've been with one woman for the last 8 years, bro. I don't have an STD. My shit quit burning a long time ago.
Yeah, no.
Well, that's good to know.
I mean, hey, it's not Sean's fault that his cellmate had herpes. You know, fucking what is what it is.
He got it off the toilet seat.
That's why the bitch slept. That's why the motherfucker slept in the hallway, though.
Anyways,
anyhow, finishing what I was saying. Shut the fuck up, Javon.
Yeah, Javon, shut the fuck up.
I'm not the one that always cuts his fucking thumb, motherfucker.
It's the fucking dude. We're going into fucking week 1 here. We're week 1 in the NFL. Fuck you, Jovan. I'm not gonna like you
We
again
the
until
ones.
February, you prick.
We're not
And
playing
the
this
other
week.
two of you, I fucking don't care either. I mean, look, I'm amazed that DDJ is not gonna have a fucking Packers jersey on. You know?
Oh fuck no! No.
Speaking of that, next week DDJ will be wearing a beautiful blue Cubs t-shirt, right?
Oh,
There's no
I'm
Milwaukee
gonna-
football team.
Yeah, he's only
well,
got
I mean,
one
you have to
football.
go Wisconsin at that
Yeah.
point. So we're gonna go Green Bay.
No,
It's
he's
okay.
only got
No,
one-
no,
he's
no,
only
no,
got one
no.
football.
You will never, ever, ever see me wearing anything Green Bay.
If they had a fucking Starcast there, they would probably one day.
They ain't bringing a Starcast to fucking Green Bay.
You sure? Yeah.
You never. Okay, dude. First off, if they did, you'd go. Come on, be honest. Be
I don't know. That is a bit of a drive.
You would. You mean like you didn't think you were going to go to All Out this year?
You'd be on the first thing smoking
think
out
about
there,
it.
bud.
No.
He said he wasn't gonna go, then he ended up out nowhere. I'm going. I'm like, what?
I don't know if I'm gonna go. There every fucking event. You would go. You would
He
go,
got
you
scissored.
liar.
And he got scissored by Max Caster, and you're talking about me having an STD?
Not HIV, but full blown. Anyway, Joey.
Hey, and last but not least,
oh, here we go.
Fuck the Cowboys.
it is week 1. All of our teams are still 0-0. So we're all ranked together right now.
That's
right.
We'll see how tomorrow plays out. But
yeah,
fuck
sure
the
we'll catch up in
Cowboys.
this channel. Fuck the Cowboys.
Fuck the Cowboys. Fuck the Giants. Fuck the Commanders. Birds all the way. It's our year. Fuck you guys.
Commanders have been fucked for a while, dude. I don't think we need to add to that.
Yeah, they shit.
They're called
They shit the
Commanders.
bed and rolled around in it.
Yeah.
DDJ, you got anything you want to wrap up with, or is that good for you tonight too?
I don't know if I can if I can say anything else. I don't know if I can top what we just got done talking about.
Exactly. I'm saying is when I hit the parlay, I'm gonna go get steak. Fuck you guys. Hey.
Be sure to check us out on YouTube at www.youtube.com/@SHOOTINGSHT. Find us on Facebook at www.facebook.com/groups/SHOOTINSHT. Check us out on TikTok at SHOOTINSHIT. And you can buy your official Shootin' Shit shirt at www.prowrestlingtees.com/SHOOTINSHT. And thanks for watching.